Hey guys, this is Preston with Retro Rides. Got the Blazer again. It's different color than the last time you saw it. That's so got it finished. All the fitment, I think it may have been done the last time you saw a video of it, but we just went through and got it all sealed up and then prepped for primer and finally primed. It's ready for body work now. Some spots have been body worked enough that I can just block them, kind of the tops of the quarters and whatnot, but we got to get the doors fitting nice. So we'll have to do some work there, do some work on the fenders, block the hood, make sure it's all good. It should be close. I think the hood is really close. I think there's a couple spots here and there that were a little bit funky. Got a metal worked out a little bit better, so ready to start blocking, body working, getting that much closer. It's a different color. Visual progress. Just a quick update on the process started since the beginning of the video. Starting body work. So I'm working on getting the main glasswork done to get all of the edges kind of flush and the panels where they need to be. This quarter had been replaced, so it needed a little bit of work through here. Just getting it all flowed out. I've still got a little bit to go, but it's getting closer. Usually what we'll do is we'll take some of our fiberglass reinforced filler and kind of glue different spots of the door just to keep it from moving. I wanted to try doing just the glasswork first so that I still have access to opening it and closing it, getting my gap real nice. So I've got these sticks that we throw in for our gapping, and since I was doing some pretty good glasswork on the quarter, I didn't want to get a bunch on the door. So I've come in and I actually taped these sticks in, spread my glass, and then pulled them. And that's actually what our final gap is going to look like. It'll be fine-tuned here and there. But I'm trying to get it so that my faces are where I want them to be. This should have a very slight crown to it, kind of as it comes across, comes out. And I'm trying to get it right. It had some kind of where the door to the quarter were in instead of ever so slightly out. So had to pull the door out just a little bit, but it still opens, closes nice. It's getting really close. Kind of most worried about this edge right here being where it needs to be, and then I can kind of flow that out into the rest of the panel. So working on getting that done, getting some glass on there where it needs to be. Right now, really just this edge is what I'm working on. We're getting some of that flowed out. With this being my focus, I want this to be where it needs to be in any, let's say, extra glass, even though it's not extra, it's what needs to be on the panel. It's a little warm right now, so getting everything I need spread all at the same time, just with kind of the amount of material I'm using at the moment, is not ideal. So just getting this edge done. So my last spread was kind of, with my sticks in, was kind of here-ish, and then out that bottom, because it was a little low through here. So really just trying to get all of these where they need to be, but also keep my lines, keep everything as close as I can so I don't have to sand a lot off. Just waste of material. But it's getting there. I'm close. I'm hoping I can get it glued in here in the next couple days. Duraglass is a fiberglass reinforced filler. And what that is a bunch of fiberglass that has been chopped up really small and is in I want to say that fiberglass is one of the only fillers in it, but it may also have some talc. It's basically just a regular body filler with a bunch of short strand fiberglass in it, just to give it some extra strength. But it's definitely on the thicker side. Anywhere you need it to be strong and you need some build. So it's got it's a little bit different than body filler. It's thick. It's not coming off real well. It's definitely thicker than regular filler, and it's stronger, significantly stronger. So we use it in places that we need a little bit more than feel comfortable just putting filler. Works remarkably nicer than some other products. So what we're doing with that fiberglass reinforced filler, is there's some spots that needs a little bit more. So here on this side, I've actually got it penciled out kind of about where it needs filler in general. And I'll probably end up mostly using that fiberglass reinforced until we are ready to give it a skim coat of regular filler. Just here at the door edges where it needs strength. We also do it kind of in the jambs if we need to build this up a little bit in this gap just to make it perfect. It'll probably take some down here at the bottom. It'll need some probably rolled onto the rocker so that these faces are flush. The door's got a little bit of positive flushness to the quarter just because it kind of dives in here towards the front of the quarter, and we want to make sure that the door isn't into the quarter and that flushness from here to here is the same. There's a couple spots up here that were metal worked and need a little bit more filler, so it'll probably end up getting glass here on the back of the fender, but not a lot because it's pretty good. The cowl probably needs some. And then to get the top of this fender where we want it, it's, I think, gonna end up getting some. The rest of this is honestly close enough that we could use filler, but because it's a bunch of edges and because the fiberglass reinforced is so much stronger, that's probably what I'll end up using, just to do as much as I can with that and then use the filler as almost like a glaze coat, just to get that little extra flushness and straightness in. But yeah, it's really gonna be backs of the doors on the quarters, maybe the top of this here a little bit. I think I have to adjust this tailgate just a little bit. I'm not quite happy with where it's at. It's got a little bit of room to move, but I want to get it, I think, just in a little bit further and possibly a little bit down, just so that the contour on this side fits really well. Well, I know it can fit really well, it's just not quite where it had been or where I want it. With having taken this off and put it back on, I did a little bit of adjusting, but I don't think I quite got it to where I needed it to be. That's kind of my plan so far. Once I get those all those glass spots done, at that point I'm gonna go through and make sure everything's ready to go in terms of prepped, and then I will glue it shut and start blocking across everything. So stay tuned. We'll see it next time with some yellow. It'll be yellow. I'm excited.